Today, I'm gonna show you how to fix a broken leaning post without taking the old post and fence apart. Thanks, Coy. All right, very simple. We don't need a whole lot of tools or a whole lot of material. I've already got everything out. So we don't wanna spend a whole lot of time fixing this, and we don't wanna spend a whole lot of money fixing this. Our post is broke off. It's a very common thing with wood posts. They just rot off over a few years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Common thing, and a lot of people don't wanna spend all the time and the money to redo the fence. Here's the quick, easy way to fix one post or a few posts as you need, more budget friendly, until you can save up the money to do your big fence project, or until you move and it's the next guy's fence project. More than likely, there's concrete around this post down here. So we can spend a couple hours digging out the old concrete and the old post the hard way, or we can just do easy way, not as aesthetic or as pretty, but quick, easy, strong. We're gonna go for that today. Cut this old post out. We'll just cut the fasteners. Well, okay, I can just pull the fasteners. They're toenailed in here, I can get to them. Or if I can't get to the fasteners, I can just take a Sawzall with a metal blade, demo blade, cut the fasteners so that I don't break wood. What I don't want to do is I don't want to do more damage taking this apart. I don't want to break these 2x4s. I don't want to break the pickets, because I want all that to stay so that it all looks the same. Usually, you know, it's got some weathering or some stain or whatever. So you don't want to be replacing pickets if you don't have to, because usually this is the pretty side, this is the inside, not as pretty side. So we're not as worried about this side, but we'd like this side to stay the same so it all matches. These are all just toe-nailed into the post. There's a bunch of different ways. If I were to build this fence, I would not run the 2x between posts. I would run them across the face and then face screw through the 2x into the post. These were toe-nailed into the post, which actually kind of makes it a little easier for us to fix it. Now, if your 2x4s are turned this way instead of this way, not a big deal. It'll still work. The picket's nailed into the post. So we'll get that. So what I'm trying to do is save the picket like I was saying before, just because it's all colored the same as the rest of the fence. There we go. Our old post is out. Easy peasy. This is bowed out a little. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pull it back straight just to make my life a little bit easier measuring wise. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take another 2x4, we're gonna scab right over the existing 2x4s to hold the two sections all together, but that alone is not enough. Let's see, center of this, 4 foot. I'm gonna end up putting 6 screws on each side. 2 towards the end of this board, 2 on the end of this board, and then just 2 across the middle. Just making sure I've got good attachment. Having a little issue getting this thing to suck up. Looks like I need to get it to raise up just a little bit. So let's see what we got for a shim. There we go. See what that did for me on the other side. I'm trying to get this gap, get the gap out between my new board and my old board. And then at the same time, the fence fell down a little bit. So the top was overlapping and wouldn't come together. So I've spread it out so that it fits back together. I'm actually a little bit high now. I've got some gap right there. But once I get this all screwed in, these boards, and I take my shim out from underneath the fence, it should fall and be happy. Here's one. We'll do the bottom and we'll do the middle. We won't do the top until later. There's a reason why. Now I'm using a full 8-foot 2x4. That'll just give me extra strength because I'm longer. If I were to do like a 2-foot or a 4-foot, it wouldn't be as strong. And I would like this to not fall apart. I don't want to fix things twice. Okay, it's better already. but it's not quite done. Let's get our shim out. Actually, it was just sitting on the old post. What's the next step? Yeah, this is not a wooden post. So it's a Trident steel post, replaces your old crappy, sorry, didn't mean to offend the wood, replaces the old crappy wood post. These things are stronger and last longer. Only do it once, don't want to do it twice. And the beauty of this is I can drive this, I don't have to dig it. If I was using a wood post, I'd have to dig a hole. Take my driver, I'm gonna drive this post down now to there. So I'm gonna have 3 feet of post in the ground driven. Here's our old post. Our concrete's probably just like that. So I want to come just to the side of that. I still want to be as close to the old post position as possible, but that's what I'm going to do. You might see here soon why we didn't put this board on the top yet. So we have room for this, for our driver. Hey, did you know that we make these? Yours will come painted, mine didn't. Fits around the channel. So I want to make sure that I'm in line so that when I'm level and the fence is straight with the post, I think I need to come back in just a little bit more. I can see where the pickets and the fence were in the dirt before, and I'm trying to get it back to that exact same spot. So what I'm doing is the fence is just slightly bowed. I'm pulling it back over to the old post where it was, and then I want my post to be level at the same time in that spot. Oh, too much. Right there. That's where I want it. I'm far enough that way, I won't hit the old concrete root ball around the old post, and I should be able to just drive that in. I'm shooting for 3 feet. If I was in soft, real soft, muddy soils, I'd want to go deeper. In this hard, dry soil though, 3 feet, it'll be plenty. So I'm going to drive it in a ways until it starts feeling a little firm. I'm going to double check level, make sure I'm level this way and this way. These come that way just a little bit and then into the fence right there. So with leaving this 2x4 out, it gives me room for my driver to fit between the post and the fence. If your fence is in the way, you could take another 2x4 and kind of brace it up against this to push it away and give yourself a little more room. Actually, I'm gonna go do that just so I don't hit the 2x4 and break it. If it doesn't stay, I'll have to drive a stake in right there. We'll check level again. I'm gonna try to get it to go that way. Check level again. So I'm getting close to hitting this. I gotta watch that. If it's in the way, I can take it back off, finish driving my post, then put it back on. Actually, I'm gonna do that. I would still start out putting this on though, because it's helping getting your post. Okay. I think I can talk again. I haven't done anything physical in a while. A little on the older, well, I mean, not older side, but I mean, I've got a little more wisdom. We'll go with that. I would still put this 2x4 on starting out just to help you get your fence pulled back straight and getting your post lined up side to side, back and forth, getting all that straight. You can pull this back off if you need to. If you don't need to, great. Board out of the way, I'm ready to send it the rest of the way. I just need the top of this post, even with the 2x. I'm using all the post I have, sending it in the ground, not wasting a penny. Oop, I went a 1/2 inch deep. Be all right though. Okay, we can put our boards on. So now we got our boards on, all we gotta do is attach our fence back to our new post. And our posts have holes pre-drilled in them, and we just put a screw through. I wanna go ahead and do 4 screws per rail. 2 this side, and I'll do 2 this side. Now with the cedar, I'm using stainless steel screws because the acid in the cedar will eat through normal steel. So you want to use stainless steel. And I'm using 3-inch screws. All right, perfect. You just got to go around the other side and get this picket screwed back in right here. That is a fixed fence. What'd that take us? I already had all the tools and material out. That's probably the longest part of the project, is gathering your material and your tools. The actual fix, about 30 minutes. That's a win-win. Now, we sacrificed some beauty on the backside, but we gained speed and efficiency, easy, quick fix. If we really wanted to try to dress this up a little bit more and make it not look like a patch, which it is, we can rip a 2x4, screw it in vertically on both sides of the post, and then we can put a picket over it, and then you wouldn't see this galvanized post. Now, if you don't like the galvanized, we also have these in powder coated black, a little more eye appealing than the galvanized. So this fix will pretty much always work. The question is it worth it? Your post rotted off and you've got 20 other posts rotted off. Your pickets are falling off the 2x. The 2x's are barely hanging in there. Is it worth doing this, or is it time to just rip it all out and redo the whole thing? You know, that's a decision you're gonna have to make. Maybe you could get it to limp by for another year or two while you work it into your budget. Fixed. Now, as a fence contractor, my job's not done until I put our sign on it. And we get our signs from J.C. Gurry because they make signs that last the test of time. They give us proofs that actually look like the sign that they print. She done. Well, that's the quick, easy, not as beautiful way to fix this. Very functional, very strong. I'm Alan with SWI Fence and Supply of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I hope you have a good dang day.